Now we know PV is equal to nRT. This is the equation which is followed by ideal gases. But if you have real gases, they behave like ideal gases only at low pressure and high temperature. Means if I keep this condition, then the real gases can behave as ideal gases. So now what exactly we are going to study? There was a scientist Van der Waal. Yes, he is the same person which said between two molecules there will be attractive forces. So Van der Waal said majority of the time real gases do not behave as ideal gas. So we should do some correction, some changes in our ideal gas equation. I repeat, we have mostly real gases, and real gases behaves or follow ideal gas equation only for a given pressure and a temperature. So we need to do certain changes in ideal gas equation which can be valid for all the gases, and these changes are called Van der Waals correction. So let's see what they can ask in exam. This particular topic in our notes is given in additional information, and it's quite a big topic given. You don't have to do the entire, because for your NEET and JE they just ask you a little concept based on this, which I'll be covering in this video lecture. So please pay attention. So we know PV is equal to nRT was for ideal gas equation. We have done a Van der Waal equation for real gases. What correction have been done? The corrections have been introduced in pressure and volume with certain constants. So you need to by heart this. What? For pressure we add certain constant. Whereas in case of volume, we subtract. Let's understand what do you mean by, or what is the significance of A and B. Okay, please pay attention now. When I am talking about A, the factor A has been added in the pressure factor. Why? Because real gases will always have attractive forces. If they have attractive forces among them, the molecules will be coming closer to each other. If they will be coming closer to each other, they will be exerting some amount of pressure. So please understand, to the normal pressure we introduce this term, where A is called Van der Waal constant A, and this depends on attractive forces. So let's see what is given. Its value is the measure of the magnitude of the attractive forces. Greater the value of A, more will be the force of attraction. So value of A in ammonia is more than that in methane, because ammonia has stronger force of attraction. Now let's see what is B. Its value is dependent on the effective size of the gas molecule. Now what it means? Let's take a container where we have a gas molecule. We say this is the volume of the entire gas. Agree. But we know these molecules itself are spherical. So even they will have some volume. For real gases, we cannot neglect their volume, but for ideal gases, we said their volumes are negligible as compared to that of the total volume of the gas. So here what I am doing for real gas, what I'll do, I'll take all these molecules at one place, at one corner. So when I take it at one corner, it's still going to occupy a certain volume. This volume we are not considering for ideal gases, but for real gases we do consider this. So if I ask you what is the volume of the container, let's say V, means this is the volume of the gas? Yes. For ideal gas, we can directly say this is the volume of the gas because the molecules are so small that its volume is negligible. But in case of real gas, what we did? We brought all the molecules at one place and we found it is occupying significant volume. So now if I ask you what is the volume of the container, your answer will be we can't have the volume of the total container. From the total container, you need to remove this much because this much volume is occupied by gases itself. I hope you are getting it. I repeat, if I ask you what is the volume of the gas, you'll say it's same as that of the container because the volume of the gases are negligible when they are ideal. But when they are real, the volume of the container will be occupied by volume of the gas molecule also. So if you try to put all together at one place, this much volume we need to remove. Then only it will give me the exact volume of the container. So that what part which we are removing is called excluded volume given by a constant B. Now the question is, what will be asked for our entrance? They may ask you this equation or they may ask you what is constant B called, or they may ask you how is constant A and B are affected with different gases. So to understand that, let's take an example. Which molecule have large A value? So how do you remember? A is attractive forces. The one which has more attractive force, more closeness will have more value of A. So definitely the answer is water because of strong hydrogen bonding. Which molecule will have large B value? Now B is basically the size. And that you remember, higher the molar mass, higher the size, higher will be B value. So ethane have got higher molar mass, higher, bigger size than methane. Now let's see the units of these van der Waals constants A and B. We know A is a constant which we are adding in pressure term, and B is a constant which we are removing in volume term. So we wrote it like this, correct? So what will be the unit? You can say P is AN square V square. Why? Because it was this. So definitely when I am taking P on the other side, I can write it like this. I rearrange the term and I get the terms this way. What is the unit of pressure? Atmosphere. What is the unit of volume? Liter square. And unit of N is mole, which is in denominator. So it's atmosphere, liter square, mole inverse, which can also be written in bar. Correct? Now, what about B? V minus NB. V is NB. So B is V by N. So it will be volume upon mole means liter per mole. Please learn this. Now, how is van der Waals correction helped us to behave real gases as ideal gases? We know real gases can behave ideal gas at low pressure. So let's check. When pressure is very low, we can say the gases are following ideal gas equation, because if pressure is very low, volume is going to be very large, and if volume is going to be very large, this term will become very small, which we normally added here. So this entire term will become very small, so we can neglect it. Similarly, we know there is V minus NB. So when the pressure is very low, the correction of the term B will be neglected. Why? Because if pressure is low, volume will be very high in comparison. Hence, V minus NB can be taken as V. So we ultimately get an equation PV is equal to RT at low pressure. We don't have to bother about moderate, but we just have to concentrate with low pressure. Is that clear?